Hey everybody, I'm Jack Midkiff, and I want to welcome you to the Jack Midkiff Podcast. Today on this podcast, we're going to talk about 5 ways of rewiring your thinking. You know what? I believe that for too long we have bought the bill of goods that we just are who we are and we can't improve and we have to be. If my mama was broke, I got to be broke. If my mama was this, I got to be this. If my daddy had high blood pressure, I have to have high blood pressure. We've just bought all this mess, and now, right now, in this day that we live, it is more evident than ever before, not just by the Word of God, which that's the final authority in my opinion, but not just by that, but by scientists and doctors and psychologists and those that study the mind. It's amazing what you can do and what you can change about your life, what you can become in your life by just changing the way you think and the way that you look at things. So today, I am so excited to talk about this. I've got some incredible things that if you'll just take notes and begin to study these things and begin to put them in your way of thinking, you can change bad habits. I believe people are walking around broke today that do not have to be broke. It's not because there's magic in the air. It's because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you think you're broke, then you're going to attract broke people. You're going to attract bad jobs. You're going to think that you're not good enough. And that's not true. I believe that a lot of people are unhealthy and they're sick today because they started thinking that they have to settle for that. And I also believe that there's people that are healthy in their body and they're not thinking right, so therefore they're in an anxious, depressed state. I want to help you live in a holistic life. I want you to live a holistic life. What does that mean, Jack Midkiff? I'll tell you what it means. It means that you get up in the morning and your mind's clear, your body's healthy, and your spirit is whole. You walk around and know that you are completely a spirit, soul, and body being, and that you're healthy in all 3 areas. So I want to help you become holistically sound, and I want you to do the best you can. I want you to learn to dream again. But the way that you can be hooked up with that and get that message every day is, first of all, subscribe to this channel that you're watching this podcast on right now. It's called the Jack Midkiff Podcast YouTube channel. You can also go and on all the socials, follow me, Jack_Midkiff. You can go to jackmidkiff.com and you can read about some really cool stuff. I've got a brand new app that's coming out soon that's going to be amazing to help you become the very best and maintain the very best lifestyle that you possibly can. All right. Got all the commercials out of the way. Let's talk about 5 ways that you can have good thinking. You can rewire your thinking. Okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Separate your identity from the performance. Maybe you failed. Maybe you made a bad choice. Maybe you had a bad divorce. Maybe you did something that was wrong. Maybe you had a bad lifestyle of eating at one point. Do not identify with the mistake or the performance of who you was or maybe who you are presently in the physical, but that's not who you are in the spiritual. That's not who you desire to be. Quit identifying with that person. Quit calling yourself, I'm a loser. I'm just unhealthy. No. See, here's the deal. Never say, I am a failure. Even if you failed at something, say it like this. I failed at this attempt. See, one of those statements attacks your identity. The other describes an event. When you say, I failed or I am a failure says that my identity is a failure. I I'm a complete failure. That's kind of like when you say, my head's killing me. You don't want your head to kill you. Some people die of brain aneurysms. Do you want that to happen? You say, oh, I'm just talking. Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about that from a scientific point first. Now, I don't claim to be a scientist, nor do I claim to be as well schooled as I'm learning every day to be in the scientific field, but I know enough to tell you that our brains, every moment and every second, whether you're asleep, awake, it doesn't matter, is emitting brain waves. Go look it up, baby. I'm not making this up. Your brain is emitting brain waves, and it's going out, and actually what it's doing, it's finding like things, and it's bringing it back to you. Well, you say that sounds a little hokey pokey. Well, the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what you think you are, that's what you are. So did you fail at an event, or did you fail at an attempt, or are you a failure? It's a big difference. That single distinction changes everything. And it'll help you rewire your thinking. That's number one. Number two, challenge every limiting belief. When you hear, I can't, you can't. You're not smart enough. You're not good enough. We didn't come, this is the one I really hope that people can get out of. We didn't come for money. Well, baby, you're not going where you come from. You're going to where God says you can. When you hear you can't or I can't, ask this: who says? Who says I can't? What evidence is there that proves I can't? What I've done? That little failure that I had? Here's what I want you to, what would a confident person do next? Somebody that made a mistake, maybe failed at an attempt. What would a person that knows that's not their identity, what would they do next? See, most limiting beliefs collapse under close examination. So when you feel like, I can't, doggone it, I've not been able to accomplish that, why can't you? See, there's too many reasons why you can for you to stop at the first I can't. So that's number two. Number one was separate identity from performance. Number two, challenge every limiting thought. Number three, focus on progress, not perfection. I'm not calling you perfect. Nobody else is calling you perfect, but I believe that you can progress. I believe that you can move forward. In other words, ask yourself, see, here's the thing, your brain needs evidence because your brain is continually looking for evidence of what you are, who you are, and what you're trying to accomplish. It's searching for that. And if you believe that you're a failure, it's going to be looking for more failures. But if you believe that you can, and you truly believe that the God in you can give you power to, then that is giving evidence to your brain that, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm making progress. So every day you need to ask this question: what did I do right today? Paul says in Philippians 4, verse 8, if there's anything good, anything lovely, anything just, anything worth praise, anything at all good, think on that. So ask yourself every day, what did I do right today? Ask this: what did I learn today? What is it that somebody said, good or bad to me, that helped me learn something? And then, what improved in my life, even 1%? just even if it's just 1%. See, here's the deal. Small wins create momentum. One small win today creates a place for you to stand, to jump off and have another win tomorrow. And then confidence creates bigger wins. So you need to celebrate every good thing that has happened today. Celebrate it. Go, get yourself an extra drink of water. I don't know. But give yourself a pat on the back, even in your thoughts. Feel that. Make sure that you are creating an atmosphere so you can feel that accomplishment, because focus is so important. So you need to focus on, this is number 3, focus on progress and not perfection. Number 4, change your environment. See, your mindset is influenced by what you listen to, what you see, what you pay attention to. Music, let me help you something, fellas. Music is not harmless. Music is not passive. Music does something. There used to be an old saying, I haven't heard it in a while, but it's still true. Music calms the savage beast. You know why? Because music is such an emotional thing. You play, something that's popping pretty good, and you feel, you ready, man, you could just take on hell with a water pistol. You could win, you could do this. You play something, melancholy, you just it kind of soothes you out. And music is not passive. Change your environment so that you can change your thinking. If you spend time around people who complain all the time, people who always blame, always make excuses, then your thinking is going to start going in that direction. If you always hearing people complain and moan and gripe and blaming everything on everybody else, then that, my friend, is the direction you're going to go. I'm going to challenge you to study people who overcome obstacles. Study people who win. I'm not talking about the naturally talented person that wins at everything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that person that has fought against the odds. I'm talking about that basketball player that wasn't as tall as everybody thought he should have been, but he stuck with it because he believed in himself. I'm talking about that person in the wheelchair that still works every day because they believe that they can, and just because they have something going on in their body, they still are a normal person. Study those people. Study how they think. That's number 4. Change your environment. Pay attention to what you watch, what you listen to. Last one, number 5. Keep promises to yourself. Confidence is not built by affirmations alone. I believe confidence is built when you repeatedly prove to yourself that you will do what you said you will. You need confidence in yourself. It's one thing to have confidence in other people, but if you want to be an overcomer, if you want to win, if you want to build that business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, then change the way that you think. Here's some small things that you can do. Walk for 15 minutes a day. Get out in nature. Do you know it is proven scientifically that if you go out and just take a 10 or 15 minute walk, it changes chemicals in your brain. It affects things in your brain. Here's another thing. Read 10 pages. I heard this saying not too long ago, and I love it. Leaders are readers. Find a book that will make you better. And the Bible's a good place to start, but I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about a book from somebody that has conquered and done something wonderful with their life. Maybe maybe a book of inspiration. I'm not talking about a Harlequin romance novel. Hey, if you want to do that, that's just fine. But that's not the kind of book I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of book that will make you stronger and give you more insight on how to be a winner in life. Read 10 pages a day. Practice one skill. What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to be better at? Do you know there's apps to become better at just about everything? If you're a musician, you don't even have to download an app. You can go to YouTube and find a piano player or a guitar player or a drummer, a style of music that you like, and you can learn how to play today without even taking lessons from someone. I'm not knocking lessons. I took lessons when I was a kid. And I'm thankful that I did. And you know what? There's wonderful teachers, and that will help you. But what I'm saying is, if you just put yourself in an environment every day, what do you want to see? I've been wanting to learn about how the mind works. So I have watched so many videos and so many teachings, and I have downloaded apps that help your thinking and help this and help that. I believe in self-education. I believe in personal development. That's what I'm trying to help you with right now. And so one of the things that we can do is every completed promise that you make to yourself, what it does, it sends a message to your brain, and you believe that you can trust yourself. And if you trust yourself, you believe in yourself, that takes you like so much farther down the road in whatever you're trying to accomplish and whatever you desire to. You can become a better husband, a better wife, a better business owner, a better employee. You can become a better minister. You can be better at whatever it is you are. And so today, I want to also give you this just before we get out of here. A powerful question that you can ask yourself every day. Instead of asking, why does this keep happening to me? Because a lot of people are falling into that victim mentality. Why does this keep happening to me? Instead of asking that question, what would the person I want to become do next? Get up every day. I've got several little affirmations I make, but get up every day and just, if you've got an area that you want to accomplish, what would the person that I want to become do next in their day? And then do that. All right, I'm going to give you a little recap. Number one, to rewire your thinking. Number one, separate identity from performance. Number two, challenge every limiting thought. Don't let it just linger around. Number three, focus on progress, not perfection. Number four, change your environment. Number five, keep promises to yourself. Hey, what I wish you'd do right now is go hit the subscribe button, go hit the share button, share this with your friends. Also, go to all my socials, Jack_Midkiff. Follow me, share the post. I make daily posts, weekly posts. If there's something that is helping you, help me get the word out. Because I believe that it is not only God's will, but your will that can accomplish so many wonderful things in this world. And I want to help you get there. It's Jack Midkiff. Talk to you soon.